Good morning, students. Today, the poem that we are going to study is My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. Kamla Das was an Indian writer born in Kerala. The subjects on which she used to write her poem were mainly on the intricacies of life, complicated relationships, and this composition by her is one of her favorite poem because this poem depicts the relationship between the mother and the daughter. Before we study this poem, I will give you a brief summary so that you can understand the poem well. Now, in this poem, the poetess is coming from her paternal house in a car along with her mother, and on the way, she finds that her mother sleeps off, and her sleepy face was looking very pale and weak, which made her very sad. She felt as if she is going to lose her mother very soon, and these fears made her very sad, and she could not control her emotions. In order to distract her mind from this gloom, she starts looking outside from the car window, and she observes young trees and children who were playing in groups full of life, in contrast to the sleepy pale face of her mother, and she was able to come out of her gloom. Then she reaches the airport, and after going all the security checks, she once again looks at her mother, and again she finds her face to be very pale as the winter moon, and she almost felt sure that she is going to lose her mother this time, but then she hides her true feelings and she says, "See you soon, ma amma," and she smiles. So this is a small, personal experience that the poetess has with her mother, which she has memorized, which she has captured through this poem that we are going to just read. Now, before starting the poem, I am giving you some new words. These new and unfamiliar words will help you to understand the poem. Doze. Doze means short nap. When we sleep, the sleep is not long, but it is very short. That is called as doze. Ashen. Ashen means very pale, like an ash. And what we mean by ash? Ash means whatever, when we burn wood and coal and whatever is left out, that is ash. Then corpse. Corpse means dead body. Sprinting. Sprinting here means shooting out of the ground. Next is spilling. Spilling here means to move out in the great numbers. Wan. Wan means looking unnaturally pale. Then actually when we are in deep, emotional or physical trauma, and we get very pale and stressed out. So that is wan. Ache means pain. Next, whenever we read any poem, it's very important to identify the poetic devices and also to understand the significance of them. So, in this poem, the image is used which suggests two important realities of life: death and life. So, the mother here, she symbolizes death because her face is totally worn out, and she has aged up, and the children and the green trees, in contrast to the mother, they actually depict youth and life. Then poet also has used simile, metaphor, repetition and personification. Simile is used in the phrase face ashen like a corpse and as late as winter's moon. Then personification is used used in the phrase trees sprinting. Repetition is used in the phrase smile and smile and smile. And metaphor is used in the phrase children spilling. Now we will start the poem stanza wise. So the first stanza of the poem. Driving from our parents' house to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doze, open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked out. So, in these lines, the poetess is conveying to us that how she drives from her parents' house and she is coming towards Cochin airport along with her mother, and on the way she very minutely observes the face of her mother who had dozed off, who had slept, and her mouth was wide open. But she very well relate that face to the corpse. Corpse means dead body. So the face was looking so pale, so weak that the poetess feels as if it is a dead body and realized with pain. After seeing the face of her mother, which was pale, the poetess was deeply pained. She was in a very bad mood and she was as old as she looked. And she realized that now her mother has aged up and she has become weak and probably she will be separated soon from her. She looked but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. And immediately, when the emotions, because she was overwhelmed with pain, and just to distract her mind from those intense emotions, she decides to look out of the window, and there she observes that some young trees which had grown up, which have come out from the ground, were standing, and some children who were full of spirit of life, who were lively. They were also playing. So these images actually were able to distract, to soothe her mind, control her emotions. Next we continue, the next last stanza of this poem. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, looked again at her way, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all said was, see you soon, Amma. All I did was smile and smile and smile. So finally, when she reaches the security checks, when she reaches the airport, she undergoes the security check, and then for the second time, again she looks at her mother, and this time also she could clearly notice the signs of approaching death on her face, and she compares the face of her mother, which looked vain and pale, and vain means unnaturally pale, and she compares the face of her mother to the late winter moon, because the winter moon is also very pale, because at night normally this moon is overshadowed by the clouds and mist, and so it looks pale. Similarly, the mother also was overshadowed with her old age and she was looking pale. My childhood fears. So at this stage, she realized that the same fears she used to feel when she was a child. At that time, also, she used to feel that she might get separated from her mother, but those times her fears were temporary. But now she is quite sure that maybe this would be the last meeting with her mother. But again, she hides her emotions and she says, Amma, see you soon. So she still, see you soon, she greets her like this, and she gives an assurance that next time she will come and see her mother again. But the real emotions she actually hides under her smile. That is why the word smile is being repeated here, because it conveys to the readers that the poetess is hiding her real feelings. She is actually very sad. She is actually tormented by this fear of losing her mother, and this she hides under her smile. So, this was all this in this poem, and in the next class we will discuss the question answers related to this poem. Thank you.